The next Photoshop activity is going to involve opening several photographs and collaging them together. The final outcome is going to be a film strip. I'm going to show you the film strip here, where we're going to place several pictures in each of these frames within the film strip. Okay, well, in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to open up several photographs, and the way we're going to do that is click on the Canadian flag, and then hold down the Shift key, and then click on the mountain meadow, and you'll notice that all the pictures in between are highlighted. And all we do is drag any one of these pictures over top of Photoshop. We drag all four, and it's going to open all four photographs. And you notice how Photoshop opens them up in tabs, which is kind of nice. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to separate these ones out, and we're going to go to, let's see, Workspace, no, not Workspace, Arrange, Float All in Windows. Okay, puts them all in separate windows. Then we're just going to shrink them down a bit. So if you go to each photograph and then you go Command minus, probably a couple times each, and you'll see why momentarily. And click on there, a couple times smaller, and the last photograph, a couple times smaller. And you see they're all small now, and now what we're going to do is we're going to arrange and we're going to tile. And what that allows us to do is to see all the photographs simultaneously. What we're going to do now is we're going to place each of the various photographs into the frames in here. Okay? And the way we do that is make sure you're on the Move tool up here. And then if you click on a photograph, you'll notice that the highlight bar becomes dark on the window here. So if I click here, now you can see that this window is active. Click here, now this window is active. But right now what I want is I want the mountain meadow to be active. Okay, and what I'm going to do is hold down the mouse button over top of the mountain meadow photograph and just drag that over here. Okay, and then let go. Hold on. Hold down the mouse button. Wait till it goes like that. And you notice it didn't move the first time. It's because I didn't check to see if I had the actual four-pointed arrow crosshair there. If I have that there and I hold down the mouse button and I move, you'll notice that there is a border that I'm dragging with it. And as I move it over, I'm just going to place it in the center so you can see. And you get an idea just how big this photograph is relative to this one. Now obviously there's a problem with this. It doesn't fit in properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Edit, Transform, and Scale. And we'll get the handles on it. Okay. We're going to do a rough adjustment here, and the best way to do this adjustment is to adjust either width or height. And oh, by the way, I'm holding down the Shift key. Okay, and why I'm doing that is because no matter what, even if I go sideways only, it adjusts both. That means it'll maintain the aspect ratio. In this particular instance, you never grab a side. Okay, so for example, say I just let go here, and say I grabbed a side without holding the Shift key down, I could do this. And now that's adjusted the aspect ratio. Now I don't want to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get those handles back. Okay, even if I grab the corner, if I don't hold down the Shift key, I could make weird adjustments to the aspect ratio, which again, I do not want to do. So what we do is we hold down the Shift key and then drag in. And to make this ideal, I'm just going to grab inside here and never grab this center piece because that will not move the picture. You have to grab inside the photograph. And I'm just going to move to here. And I'm going to move using the arrow keys now. Makes it a lot simpler. And now I'm going to hold down the Shift key and grab the lower corner and just move in until I'm in a good position. There we go. Okay, and then once I'm inside, I can either double click in the middle or hit Enter for return. Okay, and I can use the arrow keys to move it over a touch and up or down. And there we go. Okay, and what I want you to do now is I want you to move in the Canadian flag and the milk crate, just like this. So you just drag it in. And again, it's very large. So a quick keystroke to get to the transform or scale is Command T. Command T, and then I just drag this down like this. And then I'll move this up into a corner, as close as I can get, and then hold the Shift key down again and move it in. go about there. And again, hit enter, and then I'll just move it over. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now. You can adjust it a bit more later if you like. Okay, and again, we're going to do this one. Okay, drag this one down, and you notice the bars around there. And then again, Command T. This time I'm going to move it right over since it's small enough. Hold down the Shift key, drag it up till it's about in the right spot. Hit enter, and use the arrow keys. That's probably a little bit too big. Command T it again, move it in slightly, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just decent. Okay, there we go. And this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to cut it short here, and we'll continue in the next video.